Hi, Steve Walton from Tropic Heating and PatioHeat.com, where we do sales, service, and consultation on outdoor patio heaters for residential and commercial applications. Here we have a residential application, so let's go ahead and see what we can do here. We have this open beam ceiling area up here, and then we have a ceiling that's a flat top ceiling over here. We're not quite sure of the actual seating positions and what the true use is going to be, but we know that there is going to be a dining table and some possibly reclining area. Back here there's a bar area. We're not too concerned about heating up this space here, and so let's go ahead and just take a look at what we can do. First of all, let's look at the overall dimensions. So overall dimensions I have here is at 12 feet to the, I think, the outside edge here of this beam, and then a total of 19'9", and I think this section over here is going to be 10'9" to here, and then out to this edge over here is 9 feet. So that's the pad we have right now. Also, there is a ceiling fan over here, and I'm not quite sure of the actual diameter, so I have two different diameters, a 5-foot diameter and a 3'8", so 22 and 5 feet would be the diameters. The inner one would be the 22-inch diameter, and then the outer would be 5 feet. So that might play an important part. We do have some lighting up here in the ceiling. I have it at 24 inches off of the edge, and then I think that's 36 off of this edge here in, and 36 over here. So keep that in mind. This is currently open space right here, so that gives us some other options as far as what type of heaters to use. And I think that's about it right now. So let's go ahead and turn that off for a second and look at possibly the gas heaters. So these are Sunpack TSHs, two-stage hardwired electric on-off with gas powered. So what I've done here is I've taken the units themselves, and from the center location I've gone out 3 feet and 3 feet, so that's 6 feet center to center. And then I made sure that I have my clearances above, which would be from the left side over here to the top edge of the structure here, or I should say the bottom edge of the structure here. That clearance needs to be 14 inches. Also, I've taken the bracket. Now you can take this bracket, and I've lined it up with the hole for this bar coming down, if you can see that okay. And I've basically put my bolt through here, drop the unit straight down, and you'd have to drill a new hole into this plate here to secure it properly, and then this would just screw into the beam up here. If my measurements are correct, we would have to come up with some type of block to go across here somehow in order to make that work. This is 48 inches long, and then with the added bracket over here, I think it's 49 1/8 inch from outside edge to outside edge of these brackets here, and they just simply mount to the unit right there. And then also we need to maintain, I think it's 18 inches of clearance from the side here, but that's really if there's a wall coming down here. So whoops, we don't have a wall, and so there's no problem with clearances on that edge there. One important aspect is that these are gas heaters. The gas does vent out of the top edges here and on this side over here, so we need that exhaust gases to evacuate properly, which means that we need to come up through this space here. So if there's any reason they would block this off, then you'd have to put some sort of venting, like a attic vent, louvered vent, something to allow the gases to escape. Let's look at the footprint of heat. Footprint of heat is going to be roughly 10 feet this direction and 12 feet this direction. You can see we get nice coverage. One thing I didn't mention is this doorway here. This doorway is a metal frame glass door, so it's non-combustible, but you need to maintain the fact that this door isn't going to be left in the open position while the heater's on, so that we avoid cracking any type of glass or something like that. Typically you're looking for 36 inches of clearance. I don't think we're going to have that. You can move the heaters out slightly so that we're not penetrating the glass as much as we are with it open like it is right now. Out here with them closed, it's not an issue at all. It's just the fact that you have to maintain that. So something to think about. Again, we can just move the units over to the right side here, maybe another 12 inches, and we'd probably be fine. In fact, let's just go ahead and see what that looks like here real quick. And we'll go 12 inches. So you can see with a 12-inch move, you know, our glass isn't going to be an issue here. So, but then we do have that issue with the mounting up here, and potentially my beams coming across here are not in their proper position. So that's something that the customer would have to confirm there. So, all right, so that would be this space over here. And then if we're looking at placing a unit on this flat ceiling here, then I wouldn't go with a gas heater because of the fact that the heater would just hang down too low and be kind of obstructive. So I would go with a electric heater. And so electric heater here, I would go with a 6,000 watt unit. And I've got it placed so that the edge of the heater here on the edge is lined up with the edge of the structure over here. These are water resistant, so you can place them out in the elements. That's not an issue with the gas or electric heaters. But here you can see that we're getting another, this is the only way we can really get the coverage because of the clearances below. And now I should mention that with a 5-foot fan, I'm not going to meet those clearances, so that won't be acceptable. Let me just put that back on here. But if I had a 22-inch fan here, then it would be just fine. In fact, I could, with a 22-inch fan, change this angle slightly so that the heat is coming more in this space here. If this was more of an area that they wanted to heat up more consistently. You can see with it mounted here, we are hitting some of the bar, but we're really only getting a couple of the chairs over here. So, or a chair and a half, I really should say. So that's how that would look. And also, I believe this particular customer, they didn't run an electric line out there, and they do have a gas line out over here somewhere. So the gas might be the best option for heating this space here. So in any case, if you're looking for some assistance with your outdoor heating application, send your request to designs@patioheat.com. I'm Steve Walton. Thank you so much for watching. And if you're so inclined, give us a thumbs up if this has helped you in any way. We thank you very much. Have a great day.